Hey, I'm Buppy. I'm here performing Drugs and Love off my debut EP, Cold Nights in Hollywood, at We Found New Music. I'm here with Grady, my guitarist. Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. North Los Angeles at 2:05. Bar closed, so I drunk and drive, and I looked in your eyes. Had a smile on my face when you looked back in mine. We got to the house all fine and alive. Smoked 2 bowls and we got real high, I guess. We had a couple drugs and sex, but I got a lot off my chest. You are all I want. You are all I need. Let's get high enough to fuck off ecstasy, drugs and love. Oh, I feel you tonight. Is it real this time? Oh, I kill for this high. I'm feeling alive. I know you felt it too. Wake up alone in the room. I lost my phone, so I won't be calling you. Now you're gone from view. I knew you cut me loose. It's just a matter of time. Consecutive lines get to your head while you leave me in bed without a goodbye. What's that about? Living a life full of lies. Illustrious guys kissing your neck while you leave me to rest without a goodbye. Drugs and love. Oh, I feel you tonight. Is it real this time? Oh, I kill for this high. I'm feeling alive. Drugs and love. Drugs and love. Drugs and love. Drugs and love. I know you felt it too. Thank you.
What's up? It's Grant on We Found New Music, and we are joined by the man, Buppy.
What's
He's
up?
18. I only say that because he's accomplished a lot at the age of 18. You started making music at the age of 12. You've already sold out a 700-person theater in San Diego, and that was it, 17 years old?
That was, around 7.
Something like that. Your debut EP, Cold Nights in Hollywood, is out now. Buppy joins us on We Found New Music.
What's up?
I can say
Buppy.
so many things. We just presented a really special show with you last night.
Yeah.
How many people in your band?
There's 5, including me. So I have 2 guitarists. One of them's here. His name's Grady.
Okay.
And then I have Grant. Henry is my drummer. Ricky is my bassist. He's like an Italian guy. I don't know where I found him, but he's awesome. Great guy.
But you know, they're part of the family. You don't know where you found them, but they're welcome.
Absolutely.
That's the Buppy vibe, right?
Yeah.
And
Always.
we've been talking for a while. It's cool we finally got to do a show together, and now here you are on the show.
I'm happy to be here, man. It's pretty out here.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. It's hot, but it's
Very
beautiful.
hot.
It's the middle of the summer, so what do you expect? And you live in Sherman Oaks, 110 degrees.
110 in Sherman Oaks today.
That's
Let it be
cool.
known.
Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Park City, Utah.
Okay.
I was born and raised there. And I moved out to LA at 16. But before that, I went to school in Utah. That was my whole, I think, the only place I really ever lived other than here was Park City, Utah.
Nice. All right. Does it get hot over there?
I mean, somewhat. Salt Lake can get hot. Park City's kind of colder. Like our winters are really cold and our summers are kind of hot. It's like a ski town. But yeah, in the summer it's like 100 some degrees.
Okay, just trying to understand why you chose Sherman Oaks. Because you're used to the heat?
So I can
guess
get
not.
away from Hollywood, dude. It's just crazy.
Right, and that's what you're writing about on
No, I
Cold
know.
Nights in
Honestly,
Hollywood.
yeah. I spent 2 years just getting taking in everything, so I could write my little book about it and then leave.
Yeah, there you go.
It's crazy out
Feels
here.
real, man.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite song on the EP.
It's Cold Nights in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, that one was when I
sing-along.
first moved here. Like, that was the first song I made.
Really?
When I moved here, pretty much, was that.
Oh, wow.
It was ages ago. Like, it was in, December of 2020 that song was written. And then I added to it, and then,
Until it felt like an EP.
Year and a half later, I dropped it. But
Yeah, so that's out now. All right, well, let's talk about the process getting into music. How young were you?
I was 12 when I got into making songs for just enjoyment. Like, I didn't take it seriously at all.
Yeah.
I was just playing video games, and I would stream them on Twitch at 12. And
Okay.
Basically the copyright laws changed, and they started striking my streams because I would play EDM music that was other people's, Sean Holo and stuff in my streams. And then I got striked, so then I started making my own music.
That makes sense.
And yeah, it was EDM stuff.
And then you would be playing that while you're doing video games.
Yeah, exactly. And that was my first taste of anything, but I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't really even take it seriously until maybe 14 is when I made my Spotify. I did that was when Buppy was made, and I dropped a song called Biblical Prophet, which is now gone, ceased to exist. But after that, I dropped 18 some songs.
Crazy,
that are all
okay.
gone, vanished from the earth. But yeah, that was the start of the Buppy thing, was at 14.
I mean, that's the cool thing to do, is scrape the songs off or whatever after a while. Just keep it concise.
Yeah, I just went through sound changes.
Yep.
I was doing rap music, and
Okay.
now, I mean, it's definitely rap influenced some of my stuff, but not like I was doing before.
I think that's important to talk about your sound, because I definitely hear the rap in there, but also it's indie, it's rock, it's pop. It's exactly what we love, is a fusion of sounds.
Yeah,
We
just
Found
trying
Music
to
loves that kind of thing, where
experiment.
where there's no, there's no specific song, sound that you are holding to.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to adventure all over the place, and that's keeps things interesting.
Yeah, it does. I've seen it done distastefully too. I've seen people try to do multiple different things, and it turns out pretty badly. And I've also seen people do one thing and be really good at it and innovate in that genre.
Yeah.
They only do one genre, but they're so innovative as an artist that they can just flourish in it. And for me, it was always hard because I really wanted to do multiple different genres. I like this music, I like this music, I like this music. And I think just now, just the last 3 months, not even music I've put out just now, but things I'm making today, I think this is the first time where I've really figured it out, how to take this sound and this sound and this sound and throw them all together and make it cohesive and mesh.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for what's to come.
You should be. Yeah, I think it's in that indie realm, but pop, R&B, whatever.
Yeah. No, it bounces
Actually,
around.
the lineup that you curated last night was a perfect example of the different styles you get into. And
no, it's true. It's
hyperpop
what I listen to. What I make is what I listen to. I'll listen to dudes like Memorex or dudes like, Octavio, who's just a singer-songwriter. This guy over here is a house DJ kind of group. And I listen to both. And so I want to make both at once. And that's some of the music that I've been doing. And
That doesn't mean at some point in your career, you're not going to lay down a very specific, 5-track EP of
the
singer-songwriter for 5 tracks.
The goal is to have eras of music. This debut EP was all right, here's all these parts of me. Here's all these little pieces, and let me put this into the world. And then, maybe I have an idea to do a live 6-song project where it's a live band recording most of my indie music that I play at concerts. But when I think about how, my music is all very electronic based. It's all made on DAW and software. And I really want to go in and record a 6-song live album, where we're in the studio.
I think of the artist Beck. If you go back to his career, check out Odelay first, because it's exactly what you're doing.
Okay.
and then go check out Mutations, check out Sea Change. It's totally different.
Yeah.
It's like Mutations, he put that whole album together in like 14 days.
That's crazy.
And it's much more totally different. You
Yeah,
know?
that's crazy.
But anyway, that reminds me of the Beck trajectory.
Yeah, I think any artist that innovates in that way and is willing to take those steps, like, you'll have longevity. Maybe you won't appease all these certain groups of people at once, but
that's important.
I think you'll have longevity. And there's some people who come to my show for these 3 songs and these 3 songs and these 3 songs, but they're all different songs.
Yeah.
You know.
And speaking
like
of,
that.
let's talk about the live shows and how they've grown over the past year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been like a bit. I've been doing these live shows with the band. I originally started like in Utah. There's a huge band scene there. Backseat Lovers is from there. And everyone plays at the same venues. They all play at Kilby Court is one of them, the most infamous.
Nice.
I mean, Mac Miller's on the wall there. My name's next to his name.
Oh,
I
shit.
signed it. I don't think I was supposed to, but it's there. So I started playing there. I had a band in Utah, and we would just do those like every few months. And at first, it was like 200 people, 300 people. I sold it out. And I was like, okay, Utah is cool. Love that. How can I get into LA where I live? And so I did one show. It was like 100-some people. And there was definitely some stumble. Like, I didn't perform perfectly. Like, I never had vocal lessons and stuff at first.
Yeah.
But over time and stuff, I built out like a new band. I got like Grady and a lot of MI kids at Musician Institute. That's most of my band.
Musicians Institute.
Most of them go there, yeah. And then I have a producer in it too, Grant, who goes to Cal Arts, who's a super just talented artist in his own respect. But yeah, those guys, I mean, bring their own thing to the table, and they're also just a lot of people like them as instrumentalists. So I have not only this crowd that I'm pulling, but then this crowd that they're pulling as instrumentalists. And so, yeah, we'll go into these shows, and in LA now, I think the last show it was probably 200 and how many RSVPs? It was something like that, 200 or so. The
How
show
many people
we just
were there?
did,
You're
yeah.
saying? Oh yeah, last night, a couple hundred, maybe
Yeah,
a little bit more than that.
It was great. So
Throughout the night, I'm sure a lot more. Yeah.
it's been growing, with the sound elevating. I think also the crowd has elevated. And
Yeah.
I mean, San Diego is the biggest show I've done yet.
That was
but
crazy.
Hoping to do more and bigger things.
Awesome.
And
Congratulations on
Yeah.
that. It's a great selling point.
thank you.
So the
yeah.
EP, talk about the EP. It's out now. Cold Nights in Hollywood. The
Yeah.
themes, inspirations, collabs.
Yeah. I mean, the EP is like, as I kind of said before, like this project, I just wanted the world to get a taste of like, okay, this dude can drop a project. Like he's dropped 7 singles in 2021. Can he drop this project? So I did. And the theme of it was sort of like, all right, I've been writing some of this music, as I said, since like December 2020. This is less of like I went and locked myself in a room for 21 days cohesive project, and more of like, these are stories that go out through 2 years, And so one of the songs, I think I finished it a month before the project was done. 3 of the songs, I finished them 7 months before the project was done, And so it was really like, I would rip songs out, I would put songs on, I would take these out, put these on. And it's like all of these songs I made for it, probably like 90, were just recorded, emotions that I felt at that time. And so, yeah, I think the thing with Cold Nights in Hollywood is, my experience in this like kind of emotionally cold place that Hollywood is, but it also has the high moments with like Another Day where, you're like at Griffith Observatory, like looking over LA and you're like, holy shit, like I'm here, world's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so
that's life,
Yeah, that's the theme is like moving to a big city, getting what you don't want, getting what you do want. And, that's Cold Nights in Hollywood. The collabs on it, I had Shy High, luckily, great guy. I got that figured out, and I love him. He's one of my like favorite underground indie artists, and I think he has a really bright future.
Awesome.
So I'm stoked for that. And then another guy named Nevi was on Another Day. Nevi has a song with like Lakel, Kyle, and yeah, he's doing his own thing, cool thing. And then yeah, I worked with so many talented producers. There was like, I think 9 or 10 different producers on that project across it. And I still had the same guy who produced most of my earlier music too. He was executive mixing and mastering pretty much everything. So
well, like you said, you got it figured out. It feels figured out.
Yeah,
it feels
thank
well
you.
thought out.
Thank you.
And you did it all at 18, so that's not
Thank
bad.
you, man. Yeah.
We'll see what's next.
Yeah, man.
Right?
A lot to come.
I think you're in the right direction.
Thank you.
So congrats on all of this. The EP out now, Cold Nights in Hollywood.
Appreciate it.
Stay close to his socials. He'll have another show soon.
Yes.
I heard through Grapevine he's planning a big one. So we will see where
man.
that goes.
I'm in your city soon. Hopefully.
He's got a lot of exciting stuff going on all the time.
And if you're in LA, September 17th, another show.
All right, there you go. You
Be
heard it
there.
here first, folks. September 17th, Buppy Show.
Absolutely.
Show up.
Show up. Be there.
Show out.
It's all coming together for Buppy.
It is. Something like that. Hopefully.
Right on. And then you wearing a cat shirt.
Always, dude. The cat shirt. Let me get that.
Tell me about that.
That's the cat shirt.
It's happening.
This is actually my first work shirt. When I was 14, I worked in an ice cream store, and it used to say Java Cow on the sleeves. This place in Park City.
So you just cut
I
off
ripped
the sleeves.
the sleeves out. Yeah, and now it's just.
I love it when they
I wore
just
this
put-
to Outside Lands, and yeah, ever since.
I love it when they just put the branding on the sleeve so you can just cut that
Oh,
off.
I know. Just ripped it right out. Yeah. No, it's good. Somewhere it probably says Java Cow. I don't know.
That's great. All right, man.
Repurpose.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, man.
And we'll have you back for sure.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be here. You'll be here. We're here for each other.
Always.
Feel the love. Buppy
Buppy.
on We Found New
signing out.
Music.